up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm be reviewing Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 6. This episode came out today and stars Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now before we start, please hit the like button, subscribe, the post notification bell so you know if your favorite video. Let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So the opening recap of the previous episode, I thought it was good. It gives all the information of that previous episode in the beginning of this episode so that you can actually understand what happens throughout this entire episode. The opening sequence, I thought it was good. It's basically an Imperial ship shooting at Obi-Wan's transport in space. I really enjoyed that sequence. It looks good on a visual standpoint, and I thought it was very entertaining. Owen Lars and Aunt Beru return in this episode, and they have a bigger role in this episode than the previous ones, and I thought they were great. I thought Owen Lars and Aunt Beru did a good job of portraying those characters, because of course we didn't see much of them. Well, we saw a little bit of them in A New Hope, but then of course they die, and we saw a little glimpse of them in Revenge of the Sith, but this one they really get to flesh out the characters, and I thought it worked very, very well. There's also a great continuation between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Leia. Of course, they've been with each other throughout basically this entire series, and I thought their continued relationship in this episode was great. There are some awesome space sequences. Of course, this is Star Wars, so you have to have awesome space sequences, mainly with the Imperial ship and Obi-Wan's transport. The Imperial ship is just going right after the transport, shooting at the transport, and it's awesome. Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi is very emotional. It is emotional and it's awesome. There is some fantastic dialogue in that sequence, and it is, I would say, a long enough sequence so that you're actually invested in the duel, and I thought it was fantastic. On a visual standpoint, the lightsabers look awesome, and on a choreographed standpoint, I thought that the choreography was very well done for this fight sequence. There's also a great sequence where the third sister returns Luke to Owen and Beru. So the third sister sort of has a turn in this episode, which I thought was fine. I thought her character was fine. She wasn't the best character, but she wasn't terrible. So I thought she was fine. She was okay. And I think her turn from the dark side to sort of in between light and dark, because she wasn't fully on the light side, but she did turn away from Darth Vader and the dark side. I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. There's also a great scene where Darth Vader is in Mustafar, and he's talking to a holocron of Emperor Palpatine. That was fantastic. I love the way they portrayed Emperor Palpatine. He's only in that one sequence, but right when I heard his voice and I saw him, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed that sequence. Mustafar looks great. You could see that they did a lot of work with the visuals. They put a lot of effort into them, into the visuals. Now, I think that, of course, Revenge of the Sith, the Mustafar sequences in that film is obviously much better. But what we got, I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. There's also a great relationship between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Senator Bail Organa. Senator Bail Organa, of course, trusted Obi-Wan Kenobi with Leia, and the protection of Leia bring her back to him. And I thought their relationship in this episode is fleshed out a little bit more, and I really enjoyed it. There's also some great callbacks with Obi-Wan Kenobi's first words to Luke are, of course, "Hello there." I knew they're going to do something with that, with, of course, some of Obi-Wan's iconic lines, and he says it to Luke, and it just put a smile on my face. It was awesome. I love Revenge of the Sith, and that sequence, great callback. There's also a cameo sequence. Now, this cameo I was not expecting at all. It was a great cameo. Qui-Gon Jinn returns, and it's awesome. Liam Neeson, fantastic. He's a Force ghost. He doesn't do anything in terms of ability and skill-wise, but he does talk to Obi-Wan for a little bit, and just that sequence alone was very heartwarming and very, very entertaining. And the ending sequence, I thought it was great. Obi-Wan Kenobi finally is finished with his journey with Leia and Luke. After he returns them to Owen and Aunt Beru, and they're all together, Obi-Wan goes with Qui-Gon Jinn, of course the Force Ghost, and he just follows Qui-Gon Jinn into the sand, into the desert, and it cuts to black. Great ending sequence. It shows that Obi-Wan is sort of finished. He concluded his journey, and of course New Hope is gonna takes place right after this. So I thought the ending sequence was great. That's about it. There's nothing bad about this episode. Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 6 is a great continuation of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it is a great conclusion of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I highly recommend it. And I'm going to give Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 6 an A. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and post some good shit. I'll see you for a video. I'm Peter. Thank you for watching.